I told my husband's family exactly what his father had been doing to our son at the dinner table, and I did it in front of all of them. My father-in-law, Gerald, has a way of making cruelty sound like wisdom. From the outside, he looks like a devoted grandfather. He shows up to soccer games, he remembers birthdays, he hugs Marcus when he walks in the door. What he does after that is harder to see unless you're watching closely. Marcus is 9 now. When he was 6, Gerald started making comments, small ones at first. "You're going to be a big strong man," said while squeezing Marcus's shoulders in a way that wasn't quite a compliment. Then it shifted. "You're sensitive, aren't you?" Not a question. A verdict delivered at the dinner table while everyone kept eating. My husband Keith would say his dad was just old-fashioned, tough love. It's how he was raised. I started watching more carefully. Every family gathering became a study. Gerald would find Marcus doing something quiet, something gentle, drawing or reading or talking softly with his cousins, and he would say something, always indirect, always with that patient, concerned tone. Boys who spend too much time indoors get soft. You don't want to be the kind of man people don't take seriously. Marcus would go quiet in a way that wasn't peace. It was the quiet of a child making himself smaller. By the time Marcus was 7, he had stopped showing us his drawings. He used to carry them to us still warm from the crayon, proud of every single one. Then one day he just stopped. I found a sketchbook pushed to the back of his closet behind his shoes. It was full. He'd been drawing the whole time, just not for us anymore. I asked him why he hid them. He shrugged and said, "Grandpa said drawing was for kids who didn't know what they were good at yet." He was 7 years old. Keith still said I was reading too much into it. His dad loved Marcus. He just wanted him to be prepared for the world. 8 months ago, Marcus's teacher called me. She said Marcus had stopped participating in class, not because he didn't know the answers. She'd checked. He knew them. He just wouldn't raise his hand anymore. She said when she asked him about it privately, he told her he didn't want to say something that sounded stupid. He was 8 years old and already editing himself into silence. I went home and sat with that for a week. I watched Gerald at the next family dinner. I watched him interrupt Marcus mid-sentence to correct his posture. I watched Marcus's face close like a door. I watched Keith see it and say nothing. That night, after everyone left, I told Keith I needed him to actually hear me. I sat him down and I walked him through every specific moment I had cataloged over 3 years. The drawings in the closet, the phone call from the teacher, the posture correction at dinner, the verdict delivered at the table when Marcus was 6. I told him our son was learning to be ashamed of who he was before he even fully knew who that was. Keith was quiet for a long time. Then he said, "He's not trying to hurt him." I said, "It doesn't matter what he's trying to do. Look at what's actually happening." The following Sunday, I called Gerald before he arrived and told him plain that if he commented on Marcus's personality, his interests, or his manner at dinner, he would be asked to leave. Gerald told me I was raising a boy who wouldn't. I told him real life be hard without his grandfather, first person to feel like it was enough. Gerald came to, he was careful. He complimented Marcus's drawings. Marcus looked up at that specific hot look, but he after dinner, Gerald re-ages to sketch up. Gerald said he looked at Marcus, watched his face. I wasn't.